Om. Om. Om.
Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshu Shrotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamastvanirakaranam me astu Tadatmani nirateya upanishatsu dharmaste mai santu te mai santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Mahopanisad, chapter 6. We have seen up to verse 39. A person who is tied up by a rope can be released by some other person. Others' efforts will make him free from the bondage of the rope. But the person who is tied up by the Trishna, insatiable hunger, insatiable thirst for self-pleasure, will have to put forth effort by oneself to get rid of it. Others will not be able to make him free from this anchoring from self-pleasure, except like Acharya, Guru, Shastra can indicate the path, but this person only has to walk on it. Without Purusha Prayatna, without the efforts put forth by oneself, one cannot get rid of this Trishna. So therefore, O Nidaga, by the means of knowledge, having destroyed this hankering for sense pleasure, abide, remain in your Swarupa. Continue 40.
Etamaham bhavamayi papunyam Chitvanaham bhavashalakayaiva Swabhavajam bhavya bhavanta bhumau Bhava prashanta khila bhuta bhitihi.
Aham bhavamayim apunyam swabhavajam etam, add trishnam, etam, add trishnam, anaham bhavashalakaya eva, anaham bhava shalakaya eva Chitva Prashantakhila Bhuta Bhitihi San to be added. Bhavya Bhavanta Bhumau Bhavya Bhavanta Bhumau Bhava. The question comes, so long as identification anatma in the sense the body, etc., or what you call it, so long as the deha tadatma is there, I notion in the body is there, how is it ever possible to get rid of this hankering for sense pleasure? Body demands, mind demands. How can you get rid of that? So for that, you have to do this way. Having got rid of this identity in the body, aham bhavamayim, Krishna, hankering for sense pleasure, which is the outcome of identification with one's body. So therefore, Krishna itself is described as the one which is endowed with ahankara. So aham bhavamayim, the Krishna which is endowed with the features of identity with the body, without which it is not possible. See, I should have this Vishaya. I will be happy with it. I don't want that. I will be sorrowful with that. First, what is that? Identity with the body. You are desiring something other than you to get happiness. You are desiring to get away from something which is different from you, to get away from sorrows. Means it takes for granted body is I. Why vairagya? Why one has to get rid of this Vishaya Bhoga? Do you know why? The Vishaya Bhoga intensifies two things which are the main obstruction in knowing our Swarup. What are those? Vishaya Bhoga, sense indulgence, sense pleasure intensifies the deha tadatmya, identifying the body. Number one. Number two is it confirms the satyatva, the real nature of Jagat. Because you start on the premises that the Vishaya is real. That's why you are running after it. So, Deha Tadatmya and Jagat Satyatva, these are the outcome of our each and every Vishaya Bhoga. These two are the culprits which deny us the cognition of our Swarupa by posing an obstruction in the mind, by taking the body as I and the Vishaya as different. Vishaya is real, body is real. Real in the sense which always exists. So that is why, see, Viveka Vairagya is the indispensable feature required to gain the Atma Jnana. You cannot have shortcut methods. It's just impossible. Therefore, this aham bhamayim, it is called as what? Apunyam. Apunyam means papamayi. sinful. Sinful in the sense which breeds sorrow. Therefore, apunyam is papamai, sinful. Swabhavajam, it is by very nature, the very disposition of every individual. Every individual born means this ajnana, this identity in the body and this jagat is real, is always there. So therefore it is natural for a ajnani, for a jiva, svabhavajam. Etam trishna, this trishna, hankering for sense pleasure, trishna. What do you do? Anaham bhava shalakaya eva chitva. Chitva, having cut asunder by shalaka, dart or an arrow of what? Anaham bhava, no identification of the body. Anaham bhava shalakaya eva chitva, having cut asunder. What do you do? And the result, see, getting rid of identity of the body is possible provided your mind is what? Appreciating your swarupa, free from body. It means by jnana only, atma jnana only. Chalakaya chitva prashanta kila bhuta bhiti san. Being totally free from the fear of what? Akhila bhuta. Here means bhuta stands for object and being in the sense of duality. The fear that is caused by the duality of the drishya jagat. Prashanta akila bhuta bhiti san means mind is so absorbed in the advaya swarupa. There is no cognition of the dvaita jagat. Everything is prashanta. Total quietude in the sense, no cognition of duality. So that is prashanta akhila bhuta bhiti san bhavya bhavanta bhumau bhava. Bhava become in the sense remain in that bhumi, in that state of what? Bhavya bhavanta, which is within bhavya future, bhava present, indicating the past also. That one entity that abides in the past, present and future, namely Chaitanya, Adhisthana of the very principle of time. So that is Bhavya Bhavanta Bhupam. Bhava. Bhava means that abide in that. And therefore you become who is Abhaya Swarupa, free from duality and therefore free from fear. So for this, what is to be done is told in the next 3 verses 41, 42, 43. Read together.
अहमेषां पदार्थानाम् एते च मम जीवितं नाहमेभिर्विना किञ्चित् न मयैते विना किल इत्यन्तर्निश्चयं त्यक्त्वा विचार्य मनसा सह नाहं पदार्थस्य न मे पदार्थ इति भाविते अन्तः शीतलया बुद्ध्या कुर्वतो लीलया क्रियां यो नूनं वासना त्यागः ध्येयो ब्रह्मन् प्रकीर्तितः.
So Brahman, Nidagao Brahmana. This type of vasana tyaga has to be taken. One has to give the vasanas in this manner. How is it? Say, aham esham. No, aham esham padarthanam. Ete cha mama jivitam. Ebhi vina aham na. Aham na. You have got kinchit. The other reading kashchit also. Both can be possible. Etaihi vina. Ebhi vina. Ebhi vina aham na kashchit na kinchit. Maya vina ete na kila. Iti manasa saha vicharya antarnishchayam tektva aham padarthasya na me padartha na iti bhavite bhavite antashīlataya buddhya लीलया क्रियां कुर्वतः लीलतया क्रियां कुर्वतः ब्रह्मन् यः नूनं वासना त्याग सः ध्येयः प्रकीर्तितः सः to be added continue ध्येयः प्रकीर्तितः Brahman, O Brahmana Nidaga. See, we in the state of ignorance run after the Vishayas. It is not simply just like the running out of Vishayas. There is lot of preconceived notions are there. It has got a firm basis and justification in the realm of ignorance. What is that? Aham esham padarthana. I belong to these things and beings, padarthas, entities. Again, what word? Identify to the body. Belong to these objects and beings. Ete cha mama jivitam. This is my very life itself. See, do you not see in Vyavahara a person who is totally dependent on someone, whose very life, joy, hope lies on that person or an entity, and that entity gets destroyed. I am ruined. I am finished. Because it is what that is what I depend on them. So like this here, ete cha mama jivitam. These are verily my life principle, as if my life itself. They end, my life ends. See, this firm concept in a noble way, here in the realm of ignorance, that is what? Harmful way. But noble way was found in Kunti. Kunti's devotion to Krishna was such that when Arjuna came and reported that Krishna has left this abode of earth. You know where is Kunti? Collapsed. Krishna left. She left the body. Even Dharmaraja, etc., are they saying, see, we don't have such devotion to Krishna as the mother had it. It was Kunti. But that is fine. It is good. Why? That total dependence is the Paramatma Parameshwara only. But here on the Vishayas, most harmful thing. So, ete cha mama jivinam. Not only that, ebhi vina aham na. I can't exist without them. I can't remain without them at all. Again, maya vina ete ebhi vina aham na kashit na kinchit. I am nothing. Not only that, maya vina etena kila. They also cannot exist without me. I depend on them, they depend on me. Parasparam bhavayantaha, not parasparam. Like the person, two persons drowning, holding either both watery grave. Both of them don't know how to swim. Holding either with a security, both get drowned. So like this, idea means my life is incomplete without them. They are without me, they are incomplete, like such notion. This is what is called as attachment asakti. Vinakila. Iti manasa saha vicharya means what you are doing here. You have to bring in the viveka. Atma, anatma, vivek has brought. Is it truly so? Who is me? Who totally depends on this. Who are they? To totally depend on me. Oh, this notion has cropped up because of my erroneous identification of the body. This holds good when the body is taken as I. The moment I discover by conducting the inquiry by any method whatsoever pointed out by Vedanta, it can be Panchakosha Viveka, Avastatraya Viveka, Drigdrisha Viveka, anything, Anvaya Vyatireka method. By this, when I discover that, oh, body cannot be me. I'm always there. Body is not always there. So when one discovers the Swarupa, then why that what? Manasa saha vicharya, and based on that inquiry and its consequent results, antaha nishchayam tektva, having got rid of this firm resolve within. What is that? Told in the earlier verse. I belong to them, they belong to me. Without me, they are incomplete. Without them, I am incomplete. All this all erroneous nishchaya, having given up nishyam dritva, having the right vision now. Aham padarthasya na. I don't belong to the entities. For me, the Chaitanya is what? Independent of everything. I have no connection with anything at all. Me padartha na. These entities don't belong to me at all. They're false in nature. They're only appearance. Me alone, Chaitanya alone is there. So that is me padartha na iti bhavite. When so thoughtfully considered by proper viveka, when this is considered, then what? By thereby making the mind absorbed in the Chaitanya Swarupa to the total absence of cognition of Anatma, beginning from body onwards, entire Jagat. So, and by the mind absorbed in that, how? Antashilataya buddhya. Buddhi is antashid, not shila, shitala. Antashitalaya buddhya. Within it is cool, composed in the sense, the mind which is absorbed in the Shanta Swarupa Atma. By such inquiry, having decluttered the mind from its erroneous identification with the body, as a result, making the mind get absorbed in the Swarupa, free from Adhyastha Upadhis, free from the cognition of the Upadhis, the Buddha, and such a person, Leelaya Kurvataha. Leelaya, in the Prarabdhavasha. By according to Prarabdha, he does something, something in the world he does. Kurvataha, he says, O Brahman, Yaha Nunam Vasana Tyaga. The Vasana Tyaga of such person, says, it is Dheyaha Prakrita, means it is said to be the one which is fit to be taken to. The ideal to be like this. This Jivan Mukta may in the world do something in the world, but mind is absorbed in the Swarupa. I do notion is not there. The karma just take place in his presence. Leela, sport. Here sport is what? Prarabdha, because Jiva who has got jnana is involved. the means of taking to Vasana Tyaga. See, oh, Vasanas are there. I have to get rid of them. You are foul. Means you are admitting the existence of something called vasanas and want to get rid of them. It may be true in the initial stages, but the last stage, vasanas themselves are not there. They appear to be there. Really, they are not there. Not only they are not there, they can never be there. This, the mind, the one whose mind is absorbed Swarupa, he is the one who has really effected the Vasana Tyaga. Continue, 44.
Sarvam samataya buddhya yah krutva vasanakshayam jahati nirmamo deham neyo vasanakshayah.
Yaha sarvam samataya buddhya vasana akshayam krutva nirmamaha deham jahati deham jahati saha asau vasanakshayah neyah neyah. Yaha, where the person, Purushaha, Sadhakaha, Yogi, and Mumukshu. Yogi or Moksha. Sarvam Samataya Buddhya. By the knowledge that Sarvam is, everything is Sama, and Sama can only be one principle, Brahma. Samam Brahma. And Vishama is Jagat, Adhyastha Srishti. Sama, Visama becomes Vishama because of rules. So this grammar rules. Actually, it is Visama because of preceding Ikara, Sa becomes Sha. So here, Sarvam Samataya Buddha. Sarvam Khaluvidam Brahma. Ekam Brahma Chidakasham Sarvatmakam Akhanditam. Iti Bhavaya Yatnena Chetaschanchalla Shante. From this only Mahopanisad. If your mind is restless, agitated, preoccupied in the Vishayas, and there's a turmoil, Chetascha Chanchalya Shantaye. To pacify the vagaries of the mind. Ekam Brahma Chidakasham Sarvatmakam Akanditam. Iti Bhavaya. Iti Bhavaya. Iti Chintaya. So you meditate. What is that? Ekam Brahma Chidakash Sarvatmakam. The one Chaitanya Swarupa which is all pervasive is the Swarupa of everything. Everything which appears with the distinct Nama and Rupa is nothing but one Chaitanya and Chaitanya alone. This is the truth. Dwell upon it. Make your mind aware of it. Moment by moment. That is meditation. Don't give room for any other thought to peep in. See, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, Arjuna complained to Bhagavan. Bhagavan, you are talking about this yoga. What is yoga? Having withdrawn the mind from the Jagat, total absorption, the Swarup. But I don't think it is ever possible because of this fickleness of the mind, wavering mind. Never steady. How do you expect us to do all these things? Krishna consents. Arjuna, you are right. Mind is so. It is certainly powerful. And yet, it is possible by two means. What are those? Abhyasena tu kaunteya, vairagyena cha grihiyate. By abhyasa, first we have to take vairagya. Cut the world to its own size. Getting rid of this notion that I belong to them, they belong to me, without me, they are not there, I am not there, without them, etc. I totally depend on them, they depend on me, etc. All this foolishness give up. Truly they are not there at all. You have projected it. What is there? Only Chaitanya only. So therefore say, therefore, let your interest be not in them. The moment you have an interest in them, your mind runs after them. Vairagya and Kaunteya, then it is not sufficient. Mere Vairagya is not sufficient. Nowadays, of course, some sincere people who take to the pursuit of Atmadhyana, Brahmanya, they think that not getting married is Vairagya. Of course, it's a great accomplishment. If with proper attitude, living a life of single life, everything. But that itself is not total Vairagya. There may be you are interested in small things also. Why? Your identity of the body itself shows that you are no Vairagya. Anyway, but Vairagya is indispensable because if Vairagya is not there, that mind can never be antarmukha, introvert. That mind will always be extrovert, bahirmukha. Bahirmukha mana can never know the Swarupa. Vairagya, but itself is not sufficient. It is like the one wing of a bird. Other wing is necessary to take off. That is abhyasa. Give a preoccupation in the mind whereby repeatedly it is withdrawn from the Vishayas and made to dwell in Brahma Sarupa. In that context, what told that Ekam Brahma Chidakasham Sarvatmakam Akhanditam Iti Bhavayatnena Chetaschanchalya Sandhya. So that's come here. It appears in the Yoga Vasishta also. Give preoccupation of the mind. Important. In fact, those who have exposed to Vedanta for many decades and having taken for granted that they have a fairly good percentage of vairagya. All that is necessary, make the mind repeatedly take to a preoccupation wherein the mind is withdrawn from the anatma thoughts and made to dwell on Chaitanya Sarupa only. So that is why Sarvam Samataya Buddhya, by that knowledge and repeated dwelling of the mind that everything is Sama Brahma. As Chandogya says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasita. Everything, the entire Nama Rupatma Prapancha. Khalu Brahma. All that is there only Brahma only. And what about this Jagat? Tajja, Talla, Tadana. Tajja. It is born from that. Tasmad Jayate. Talla. Tasmin Liyate. That means it merges it. Tadana, because of which it lives in terms of prana. Means the source of Srishti, Sthiti, Laya, the basis of Srishti, creation, Sthiti, continuance, sustenance, and Laya, destruction, that Chaitanya is me. Let not our mind be preoccupied in what is created, what continues, what gets destroyed, but the entity without which Srishti, Sthiti, Laya is not possible. Dwell on that. So you have to find out that word. Sarvam Sama Brahma. By this knowledge, Vasana Kshayam Krutva. When you say everything Brahma, there is no Vasana at all. It appeared to be there. Now your mind is so absorbed in Sarupa, there is no occasion for Vasanas at all. And the result of this, Nirmama. Because if other than Brahma, there is nothing, even the Vasanas, alone the objects and beings. What belongs to me? To belong to me, first I have to take for granted that body is me. And whatever that belongs to body belongs to me. Is it not so? Then, when he has discovered Sarvam Brahma, there is nothing that can be taken the Upadhi as I. There is no question of taking something belong to Upadhi as mine. So as a result of this, Nirmamaha Deham Jahati. Deham Jahati. Not that body gives up the notion of I-ness of the body. Body is there or not, such Vibhrama. All is me only. Where is the question of body? Oh, mind is absorbed in the Sarupa, Sama Brahma, Sama Buddhi. Asau Vasana Akshaya Neya. Such type of Vasana Akshaya has to be Neya, means should be taken to. Should be taken to. And such a person only is who a Jivan Mukta. Continue.
अहङ्कारमयीं त्यक्त्वा वासनां लीलयैव यः तिष्ठति ध्येयसन्त्यागी स जीवन्मुक्त उच्यते.
Yaha ahankaramyim vasanam leelaya eva tektva dheya santyagi tishtati. Dheya santyagi tishtati. Saha jivan mukta uchyate. That person is said to be Jivan Mukta. Who is he? Yaha, the one whoever he may be. Ahankaramyim vasanam tektva. Having given up the vasana in the sense of ahankara. Because without identifying the body, none of these can have existence. First you mistake the body as I, then all the jagat, including the vasanas, come in picture. So tektva. How tektva? As told earlier, samabuddhi, samataya buddhya. By discovering the samaswarupa Brahma in and through all. And how? Leelaya eva tektva. As a sports, as it were. His mind is so absorbed in the Swarupa, giving up of vasana is like a sport. No much effort, just like that. And as a result of this, dheya santyagi tishtati. He remains, having given up everything that is dheya. Dheya, something distinct from me, which I always think of. If everything is Brahma, where is something distinct from me? The body also is not Brahma Swarupa only. Saha Jivan Mukta. The mind of such person is so absorbed in Swarupa, he is not afflicted by Drishta Sukha Dukkha. The Sukha Dukkha that comes to his lot by Prarabdha Karma, he is unconcerned with them. He is unaffected by them because the mind is so absorbed in the Swarupa. Now, the glory of Jivan Mukta, the Mahima, the greatness of a Jivan Mukta. Read 46.
निर्मूलं कलनां त्यक्त्वा वासनां यः शमं गतः नेयं त्यागमिमं विद्धि मुक्तं तं ब्राह्मणोत्तमम्।
Yaha Nirmulam Kalanam Tektva Vasanam Shamam Gata Iyam Neyatyagam Vidhi Tam Brahmanottamam Muktam, again Vidhi. Yaha, the one who is, where it may be. Nirmulam Kalanam Tektva. Kalanam Tektva. We'll see Nirmula afterwards. Kalana here is Drishya. Whatever the Drishya Jagat Prapancha is there, which is comprehended as something distinct from me, which is projected as something distinct from me. So that Kalana, Drishyam Prapancha, Tektva, having given up. How can you give up? Run away. You are running in the body. Kalana is there. Drishya Jagat is there. Putting it out of the range of the screen of your antakaran. Out of mind, out of sight. No more vrittis about the Drishya Jagat are registered in Antakarana. The real giving up. As a result, Vasanam Shamam Gata. The hitherto so-called Vasanas, which are projecting the Jagat, the Nama Rupa the Jagat, Shamam Gataha, got pacified. Why? All that is really Brahma Sarupa. And this Kalana is called a Nirmula. Mula is not there at all. It has no real cause as such in the sense. Truly, it is not there. We may say that Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karana of Jagat. In the sense, if Brahma were not there, Jagat would not have appeared there. We say the rope is the cause of the mistaken snake. In the sense, if rope were not there, mistaken snake could not have been there. That's all. Nothing more than that. Rope can never be the cause of a snake. Avikari Brahma can never be the cause of the Vikari Jagat. But just as the rope, not knowing it, rope has given a scope for mistaking it for a snake. Brahma, not known in its true nature, has given rise to an occasion to mistake it as the Nama Rupa Jagat. So therefore, Nirmula, truly speaking, it is not there. Yet we take for granted, just as the mistaken snake is taken for granted only to prove that it is never there, Badita. Trikala Satabodha. It is not there 3 parts of time. So also, we do say Brahman is the cause of this. Elsewhere, in the Yoga Vasishta it said, Vivartoyam Balanam. The statement that Brahma is Vivarta Upadana Karana. Vivarta means that which without undergoing the intrinsic change appears to be something else. Is for Balanam, to teach Avivekis. For a Jnani, the Jagat itself is not there. Where the question of Vivarta Karana, Upadana Karana, all those things. A Jnani who sees Namarupa Jagat is taken for it. Yes, it is that. It is from Brahma. Only a step to elevate him to discover there is nothing other than Brahma at all. So therefore, Kalanam Tektva Vasna Maya Shamam Gataha Imam Neya Tyagam Vidhi. This Tyaga is a fit to be taken to. The real sacrifice, real sannyasa, the real giving up. And one who has accomplished this, Uttamam Brahmanam Tam Brahmanottamam Muktam Vidhi. Brahmana here is Jivan Mukta. Know that Jivan Mukta is really free from samsara. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि